died, but the innocent. The child dead in his mother's arms.
My great-grandmother was a love child of unlikely odds, but favorable gods. Born in the midst of bombs and bullets, this daughter was not supposed to survive such a torn and brutal beginning. Yet war and violence were not woven into her flesh or DNA. You see, all my life I've been told that war is a part of humanity, that it is natural, inevitable. Yet I have been fed unnatural to reason with the proclaimed natural. I've been fed glorified tales of war, stories of camo-dressed heroes and brothers of liberty and independence, while camo-retired veterans and brothers born of war are not fed at all. In history class, I was taught that war is necessary to grow a nation. But how do you tell that to a daughter or mother whose brother and son will never be able to grow at all? In books and movies I have watched as they burnt bridges and destroyed and killed enemies for love. But if love is supposed to be fought for like a war, then maybe I don't want to love. Because to love is to create, not take. Because all wars do is take. Take families, take children, take homes, take flesh, take blood, take generations, take future doctors, future poets, future engineers. America, all you do is take. Take brothers, make soldiers, take sisters, make martyrs, take lovers, make bones, take dollars, make drones. America, when will you create life without bloodshed? I know that it can be beautiful. Your spring has been kind to me before. I've been wooed by your poppies and roses, but they have been plucked from gardens that are planted with bloodied soil. America, I know you can be beautiful. I have danced to your ballads and serenades before, but I won't dance to your war drum if its beat is lifeless. I won't dance to your war drum I won't dance to your drum at all unless it starts taking life less. America, I know you can be beautiful, so please be beautiful today.
I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, oh, down by the riverside, oh, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside.
But when you feed people and you see that desperation of just the people we feed here in the United States, that we feed in Santa Cruz, where I am, just imagine hundreds of thousands of people going through that and having to be shot at while suffering such horrendous starvation and hunger. And the World Food Program says that 80% of the people facing starvation right now are in Gaza.
I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more.
President Eisenhower, in one of his brighter moments, said, "I'd like to think that the people of the world want peace so much, the governments will have to get out of the way and let them have it."
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's our job.
Yeah.
I believe that the only way we can build real security for the American people is for the United States to become a real friend of the world's people.
This fast is going to take me up to her house. I'm going to sit in front of her house. And I'm not going to stop fasting until she calls for a ceasefire.
We don't want that factory, and we don't want that software outfit in our district, in our town, in our county, in our state. You know, and that really is, I think, a critical portion. It's not the money that's being sent overseas; it's the weapons.
U.S. war spending for fiscal year 2024 is nearing $1 trillion. Spending on nuclear weapons, while only a small percentage of this total, is at the highest level on record.
Smaller arms, smaller sums of money that do disproportionate damage. I'm talking about guns, particularly U.S. gun exports, and how to stop or at least reduce them. They don't cost very much. You could drive today to Reno and you could buy an AR-15 for $600. Or if you are a cop, you could get a similar weapon from Adamson Police Products in San Jose. But apart from Palestine, the weapons used in a large majority of violent deaths in the world are firearms. There are only 2 regions in the world where there is a heavy flow of firearms: within the Middle East and from the United States to Mexico and Central America. They call them small arms, but the damage rifles do is not small.
So we have this culture of war that we can learn to reproduce, to practice on each other, and to spread around the world.
Always keep a cool head, be all you can be a man, a real man. That was the word of the Lord, but it never worked. It still doesn't work. They just keep on coming, and it's pure, undiluted fear, blind, crazy fear, violent, uncontrollable fear, the kind of fear that makes you afraid of yourself. A man, what the hell are they talking about? He came back in a state they call shell shock, and he said, when they start coming at me, because you see part of him was left in that jungle, when they start coming at me, I'm scared shitless, scared out of control. People tell me I fight city buses, say I scream, curse, act real ugly, attack moving buses, trucks. I know it's true, it's got to be. Friends and family have seen me go off, held me down so I won't hurt myself, so I won't hurt anybody else. I've been arrested and hospitalized for it, so it's got to be true. They always release me. I'm harmless, the authorities say. Just a little shell shock. Shell shock. That's what they say. That's what they always say about you when something you don't remember makes you do things that you don't understand and don't know anything about until somebody else tells you about it. Shell shock? Shit. Boys more crazy but harmless.
I'm gonna live in my open heart down by the riverside, down by the riverside, ooh, down by the riverside. I'm gonna live in my open heart down by the riverside, down by the riverside.
Do not build on these hearts. Leave them alone. This is Julian Vinograd, who spent a lot of time at People's Park.
And I'm very angry because my tax money and your tax money is contributing to this injustice, the killing and the destruction.
Be creative, above all. Work with others to dream up new things to try. Yes, there are tried and true things, but also find new things to try. About the United Nations, she is an attorney and an expert on international law. She said the Security Council is not democratic, but the General Assembly can be very effective. The court of public opinion matters. International laws ratified by nations become the supreme law of the land in those nations. Let's all familiarize ourselves with the Geneva Convention and other treaties ratified by the US and Israel. Quote them. A mobilization of shame can be very effective.
We do not live in the United States. We live in the United Nations. The United States is part of the United Nations.
Everybody take out your cell phone. Take it out. Turn it on. Go to your Instagram or your Facebook or a single phone number. Contact a single person or a group of people who you do not think are politically active and send them a short text about where you are.
Our Board of Supervisors, led by Dean Preston and Hillary Bonin, passed their ceasefire resolution for the city and county of San Francisco.
In culture, it's glorified in culture. It's probably flying over football games today with warplanes. And it's just amazing that it's the military budget can't be audited. It's where most of our money goes, and we can't look at it. And it can lose billions and no one questions it, or not, at least in the government. And it seems that the military is the justification for this kind of budget is the threats to the United States that we must fight. And really, it's such a myth. The real threats are the countries, sovereign nations, governments, social movements around the world that challenge this system of domination.
Rise together, we'll be wise together. We will watch the winter turn into the spring. Together, we'll hold hands.